Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Mpumi and Co with Funds and Kilo Investing Meets More. So, guys, it's been a long time. We are back with another market breakdown, and make sure to watch the video until the end, guys, because I'm gonna give you guys updates in terms of our live streaming. So, whereby we're gonna be live streaming. So mostly now our live streamings are gonna be during like specific market events, right? So stay tuned until the end to catch that out, guys. So basically today, let me tell you what we're gonna be analyzing. We're gonna be looking at gold, GBPUSD, NASDAQ, S&P 500, and Euro USD. So those are the currency pairs and indices we're gonna be looking at. So let's first start off with GBP USD since the chart is already open, right? So we have our daily, we're on a daily time frame, right, guys? We're on the daily time frame. Once we zoom in into the daily time frame, we can see that the market, let's look at the overall perspective of GBP USD before we continue doing anything else. So we can see that from 2022 the market has been spiraling. From 2021 until late 2022 October, then we started getting some momentum. 2023 the market has been building momentum. We had a very massive pullback, then the market now again is starting to gain momentum in 2024. So the big question is that if the market will be able to break above this key level, right? Will the market be able to break above this key level and continue, or will it do as it did during the month of July 2023 and reverse, right? So that's the big question right now, and that's why we are here to figure out, are we looking for continuations or for reversal patterns? So what we're gonna do from this point onwards, guys, is to dive into the 4-hour time frame. We're gonna dive into the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening deep inside the market. Let's on a 4-hour time frame. So we wanna see more market movement so that we can also create our buying or selling opportunities, right? So right now we understand that we are on a key level, our daily key level. The market can either go up or can go down. So now we're trying to see what is the best outcome and how can we prepare for both outcomes, right? So first and foremost, we're going to also cater, but these are we don't need to cater them, but we can. But let's just cater them quickly. Small market movements, it's not that volatile. Maybe if you were to switch into the 1 hour, it will be much more convenient to cater for these small volatile movements that we were encountering right here. So as you can see, you can just put it up here. So basically, when you zoom out, we can see that the market has been creating impulse correction, right? So we've been having impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, and impulse. So right now we had a very massive impulse, right? So we've hit the overall resistance and we've hit the overall trend resistance. So the more likely outcome is a sell, right? So what can indicate that the market might also swing to the upside, right? Because we had an impulse, right? Now the market is not correcting to the upside, giving us signals that prices are overbought, right? So instead it looks like it's correcting down. So what's also possible is that the market can correct and create another impulse push to the upside, right? So now we want to prepare for both. So let's just delete this. So now let's first prepare for the most likely outcome based on trends and support and resistance. So the best outcome is for sales, right? So we would want the market to first break back into the zone. We want the market to break back into the zone before we look for our selling opportunities, right? Because the market can push in this manner. So we want it to break first, retest, then only look for our selling opportunities, right? And then we will risk 0.56 just above the resistance, given that the market does break below it, right? So we have a retest. After retest, we will look for pushes to the downside. So that's basically our strategy if the market does choose to sell at this point. Now for buys, let's just keep this like this, so we know exactly where to look, and this will be our target over here. We'll place in our target over here. This will be our overall target move, right? If we do go in with those entries, this will be our target move. So we will be looking to close around about 1.38 with this position, and only risk 0.50 or less, right? So then that means we have an edge over the market at this current time. So what we're gonna do now is let's look at our okay, we didn't cover the buying opportunity one. So we're in the 4 hours. So what we're gonna do now is I forgot to change our 4-hour trends. We'll make our 4-hour trends green, right? Also, this one is a 4-hour trend, but we'll just leave it at that for now. So now the market, if the market chooses to respect impulse correction movement, what we'll be looking for now is areas of sensitivity. So we have an area of sensitivity, yeah. So mark this as a nice key level right here. We'll mark this as a key level, or you can mark it as a zone to cater for the most touches, right? A zone. Won't be, let's see. Yeah, we'll just leave it as a key level now. Then we'll place in, let's just use key levels because this distance is too far. Let's just use another key level right here, because we've been touches, nice amount of touches at this region. So basically that's our game plan right now. So basically when the market if the market maybe pushes back down, respects and breaks, retests, then we'll be looking for buying opportunities to the upside. So this is how you can use reversal area points like this trend over here. We had a resistance and we had a resistance on the daily. So right now we want to see which direction it's gonna take. Is it for with the buyers or for with the sellers? So right now with this trade we can capitalize around about 1.70 and only risk 0.50, right? 0.50 or less. So that's basically it for GBPUSD, and this is how you break everything down, right guys? So let's quickly look at Euro USD. Let's check Euro USD, right? So we're having a similar structure, but now things will be different. So in the 4-hour time frame, daily time frame, right, we have everything placed already, everything is placed already, so we'll just quickly dive in. Let's quickly dive in. So guys, I'm also looking forward to uploading my first video on Twitch. So the videos that I'm gonna upload on TikTok, on YouTube and Twitch, will be slightly different, but it will be the same context, right? Maybe the wording will be different until I understand how every platform works and how I can utilize everything efficiently. So we're still learning is part of the game. You want to learn, and just so that we can provide way better quality work, right? So guys, this is basically our 4-hour trend. The market is pushing back in here. So right now we want to also add in our 4-hour key levels, zones. So as you can see, we have a nice beautiful zone at this area right here. So let's add in a key level 2 to support everything. Just to support everything. Let's check everything out. There we go. So basically this was also a nice area. Let's just switch to line mode. Okay. And let's remove this. Let's remove this key level here. Let's cater for it here. Right. Let's just do this for now. Okay, let's tighten it a bit, make it more clean. I don't like it oversaturated. Okay. Okay. So basically for Euro USD, right, if the market should continue, we'll be looking, this will be too tight for any opportunities unless we're scalping. Let me just check. It's just too, this is a very tight move. Let's see, it's very tight. So I would rather look for my entries right about here, because it also let's just do this, because it also supports the trend being broken, right? Like look at this, if the market breaks out of this trend, we can expect the market to push back, give us those retests before heading down. So we want all of that confirmation to happen beforehand. And if the market should do a reverse run, let's also cater for potential future buys too, while the market is still playing very close to the daily key level, right? So let's check that out. Okay. Okay, what's happening now? Okay, while it's still jammed, guys, let me just give you an update. What's happening? Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry for that. Sorry for that, guys. Sorry for that. So now let's look for opportunities, for buying opportunities, right? So for buying opportunities, we have a nice area here where the market really reversed and went downward. It went really down. So this is a very interesting area here. Let's check if there's anything else. Let's just cater for this area here. There we go. Let's push it down so we can cater for the most touches. Yeah, here we go. So we have a playground for buys right now. So basically we can see that the market has created impulse correction, right? The market has created impulse correction. So we had an impulse correction. It's also likely the market can create an impulse, then we'll wait for those break retests, then we'll continue. So this will be an interesting area for buying opportunities, right? So this will be another area where you can place in an alerts. This is where we will look for high probability buying opportunities and high probability selling opportunities for Euro USD. Now let's go into NASDAQ quickly. Let's go into NAS 100, right? Let's go into NAS 100. Already placed in the daily and the key levels, right, for NAS 100. So now we want to quickly just dive close into the market. So that's our daily trend. The market has been respecting beautifully. So right now we want to add in our key levels slash zones, right? So we'll have our key levels. We'll have our key levels placed where the market creates the most touches. There we go. There we go. Right. Okay, so now let's just zoom in and see what the market is doing. So the market came back, hit our support. Like I said, guys, this could have been a correction. This was a very steep correction, right? This is a very steep correction. So we had an impulse correction. Now we might expect impulse moves to the upside, right? So we want to capitalize on those potential entry areas, entry spots, you know, guys. So we also want to capitalize on that impulse move by identifying sweet areas to enter, right? That's the most important thing, and where it makes most sense to enter. So we're gonna cater for this beautiful correction, right? At a beautiful correction. So guys, the market, since we don't have a retest on this trend, the market can simply pull back, give us those retests, then only push to the upside, creating a whole new trend, right? Creating a whole new trend going to the upside. So we want to also capitalize on that possibility. So we're gonna have our alerts placed here at this level 18919, right, 0.9, so that if the market does push back, retest, come push back up, we can also capitalize on those pushes towards the upside. to those pushes towards the upside, right? And we'll risk accordingly. These are very tight numbers, guys. Your price is expensive for NASDAQ. Look how tight 0.66 is. This is a very tight, meaning that you can also stand to make a lot of money with a short position move. Like, look at this. This is a whole 2% move. So we'll see how prices react later on, because later during this month NASDAQ has been really, the prices have been really expensive. So we want to see how is it going to, is it something that is forever going to be there, or are prices going to stabilize again, right? So that's something that's interesting, something we are looking forward to, because if it remains, that means that certain things need to change with the way we enter NASDAQ and stuff, because we need to learn how to adapt, and being able to adapt is being able to see how the market changes and over time and stuff like that. So for now, NASDAQ, we'll see how prices, if prices do drop, we'll see if there will be any price stability or not. So is either that's one option. The second option is that the market can push to the upside, give us, or it can maybe correct, push to the upside. Then we will get those retests and pushes, because we have a nice zonal area right here, right? We have a nice zonal area right here. We have a very nice zonal area right here. So if it does break above, we'll look for entries right about here, right? We'll look for entries right about here, and until our targeted area right there. So that's basically it for NASDAQ. We're looking for buying opportunities, right? So S&P, we're gonna look at S&P, then look at gold. Then I'll give you the schedules in terms of what are we expecting for live streaming, right? So S&P, man. S&P has been moving relatively nicely too. We're supposed to have I was supposed to have killed this here, but the market did not push back to retest, right? As you can see, it did not push back to retest and continue. It did not give us those opportunities. It did not give us those retests. So instead, it pushed way up. So how can we capitalize on S&P 500, right? So we can, if the market pushes back to come and retest on this resistance, since it never did so, we can look for entries pushing back to the upside, right? Then the market can create a whole new potential trend, right? So it's very important to always be one step ahead of the market at all times, guys. It's a very important thing to master. Always being ahead of the market one time, two times ahead. So you need to see. So if it does push back, that's how we can capitalize on S&P. If the market continues, then if it breaks, then we'll be on all-time highs, right? We're gonna be on all-time highs, but we're expecting S&P to complete this move eventually until this key level right here. So it either can give us a small correction, then push completed, or it can push back down, give us those entries before going up. So that's basically it. And for gold, I think you're on all-time highs, right? So exactly with gold, we would need the market to push and come back and retest this overall resistance here. This is the latest resistance, the highest resistance gold has ever created, right? This is the, so we would need the market to come respect it first before we're looking for those continuation buying opportunities, right? So yeah, so if it pushes back, it might get enough energy to actually push and complete this trend, because there's nothing else going on at the top here. We are on all-time high. So that's basically it, guys. That's basically it. So we would look for our entries here, right? We'll look for our entries here. So that's basically it for gold. So guys, just to give you guys a heads up, right? So we are going to be live trading on, let me just confirm with you guys quickly. Let me just get out my notes. Let's check for this week. I think they will have FOMC this week, right? Yeah, we have. So we'll be back. We'll be live streaming on Wednesday, just before the Fed interest rate decision, and obviously we're having FOMC economic projections at the same time, or FOMC statement, FOMC press conference. So we're gonna be having volatility from 8 and just after 8, because we also have at 8:30 we're also having the FOMC press conference. So all of those news are gonna be, they're all gonna release and about at the same time, so we might see volatility there. So we will live stream on Wednesday, and we will live stream on Thursday, because on 2:30 for US, right, we're having the Philadelphia Fed manufacturing index, we have the initial jobless claims, 2:30 existing home sales at 4 o'clock. So we'll also live stream on Thursday. And yeah, until next time, peace out.